So, how can you know if there is a God? It's one of those questions that philosophers and thinkers have pondered for millennia. And while some people simply dismiss any thought of God because they can't see any proof of his existence, the question of whether there's a God or not still stands. And for some people, it's a live question that weighs heavily on their soul. So why do so many people still think that there's a God? At one level, everyone's going to have their own reasons that resonate with them. So let me tell you what convinces me that there's a God. In the end, I can't bear the idea that this universe is meaningless. I can't bear the idea that this whole thing, life, love, suffering, happiness, I just can't buy the idea that it's all some big random accident. Because if it's an accident, then it's all meaningless. Now, I don't just mean that life will feel meaningless. See, some people will say that we're all meant to make the most out of life, that we're meant to discover or create our own meaning and purpose, but that doesn't fly. Because deep down, I know that whatever meaning I create for myself would just be something I've made up. I'd be living according to a purpose that I would know deep down wasn't real. So what does this have to do with God? Well, the only way this life and universe could have meaning, the only way that makes sense to me, is if there was something outside the universe that gives it meaning. See, something's meaning and purpose can only come from the outside. So imagine an artist who paints a picture. They might be painting it for their work, or they might be painting it for one of their family members, or maybe just for their own enjoyment. But the painting can't define why it exists. Only the painter can give it that purpose. That's one of the reasons many people are convinced that there's a God. Because if there's no God, if there's no personal being outside the universe that's giving the universe and me and you meaning, then there can be no meaning, no purpose to anything. But if there is meaning and purpose to this life, then there must be a God. And so the most important question to ask is, what is that God like? Why has he made us and everything? Now, this doesn't mean that the God of the Bible is true. That's a whole other topic. But if there is an all-knowing, all-powerful being, then I think the best step to take is to ask him for help. If you've never done that, why not start now? It might sound something like this. God, I can't really imagine life without you existing. Would you help me understand my place in your universe?